Alright, I'm Carnival Bello. These are some quick tips for casual gaming. The game we're looking at today is Borderlands 3. I picked it up when it was on sale with Steam. No regrets, it was a fun game. It is still very much a Borderlands game though. So for my enjoyment at least, it was handy to remember some of the things that helped me through the other Borderlands games. Honestly, these games, I like the shooting, I like the looting. Some of the quest stuff has always been very hit or miss, and honestly, Borderlands 3 quests, main quest is pretty weak, narratively speaking. I would highly recommend anybody who's picking up this game for the first time or playing a Borderlands game for the first time, stick to the main plot. Don't go to the side quests, they'll just slow you down. They'll make your progress a bit weird, as some of the drops will be irrelevant because your level might be a bit higher than what it should be. If you stick to the main quest, you'll always be at the appropriate level or one or two levels behind, which honestly is not too bad. Game is very beatable with that level discrepancy. Another reason to blaze through your first playthrough is because you'll unlock this Guardian rank faster. Guardian rank is an extra experience bar that opens at the end of your first playthrough. So none of the things that you've done or any of the quests that you've completed, all that experience, none of it will go through to your Guardian rank. Basically you start from zero once you finish the main quest. So finish that main quest as quickly as you can so you can unlock this. This will carry over to all your characters, so it's even more incentive. Just push through your first playthrough as quickly as you can. Avoid those side quests. As you can see, I did a few, but they had to be literally next to my main quest plot points for me to consider doing. The main mission that you see here undone is just one of the DLC missions, or the DLC mission, which I haven't gone to do as yet. Another reason to push through the main quest is that you're going to come across things. You're going to come across chests covered in iridium, which is a type of purple rock. You'll also come across these sigils stuck on, it'll come with its own map marker, and it will also be stuck on pillars. You can interact with them. You gotta push through the main quest to get an item to break the iridium, the purple rock, and you have to push through the main quest to ultimately get a translator that will allow you to interact with the map objectives that have this on it. So don't explore. The game will treat you very badly. Alright, save the exploration for when you're level 50 in the game, or when you've completed your first playthrough and you're going through on True Vault Hunter mode and you start off with all these things equipped already. Otherwise it's just going to be frustrating. And honestly, a lot of the main hub maps, they are so big. It's just, I'm sorry, Gearbox, it's just not fun wandering around your big maps, finding collectibles that I can't interact with. It's not great. The shooting is fun, the looting is fun. Stick to the plot, main plot, you'll get lots of those things. Alright, so that's it. That's my main recommendation. Push through the main plot, get your Guardian rank unlocked so you can start earning points towards it, and do the secondary quests once you've done that. With regards to the character I chose Zane. No regrets. It was great. I had a lot of fun. His action skills are a lot of fun, yeah. So I started off in the barrier skill tree. It gives you a lot of survivability early on, and actually also gives you a little bit of gun damage as well, depending on how full your shields are. So Confident Competence is a great skill to get here. Ready for Action is great as well because your shields will be full more often, and of course Adrenaline is great as well because it allows you to use your action skill more often. All your action skills. With regards to the barrier, I did not use it for a long time. Instead I was using his other two action skills, his Digiclone and his SNTL drone. This is because at the beginning of the game, level 2 and onwards, your damage output is so sad that you need that extra oomph that comes from those two skills to really help you kill things. The Digiclone is also great because it will draw fire, in addition to providing damage, which also helps with your survivability. And when you encounter an enemy with a shield, at least you can flank them. Enemies with shields, fighting them as Zane, it was the only low point. It can be really annoying. Once I had gotten as far as you see me here on the barrier skill tree, I switched over to the SNTL skill tree. I was intrigued by violent speed and violent momentum. No regrets. They are two fantastic skills, and the movement speed boost, I didn't realize how significant it would be. It really does make the game so much easier. Enemies' shots, for the most part, have travel time, so you can literally get out of the way of so much danger, and the enemies will have so much time tracking you with their shots. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. With regards to the drone, I think the drone overall is my least favorite action skill for Zane, but it's still good. I can't complain. My main gripe is that the cooldown is really long for the drone. The static field and bad dose, I really like them. They're really good augments for the drone because they buff you as well. They make you even faster, which again is even more fantastic. They increase your fire rate as well, which is also great. And they give you some bonus shield. As we said, we get, the higher our shields are from the barrier tree, the more bonuses we get. If I continue to level this character, I think I'm going to finish leveling up Adrenaline and really make my action skills available as much as I possibly can. The brain freeze was also a great skill, especially when it comes to fighting big bad enemies. You shoot them enough in the face and they slow down and stop. And then I think if I didn't get the class mod that I used for this run, I would have put at least one point into refreshment, because the life steal it gives you, even with one rank, is huge. Enemy freezes, you continue to shoot them in the face, your life fills up. It's great. So, looking at the items, I did not get a lot of orange items on this first playthrough. I got 20 for the run, according to the in-game tracking. No complaints. The purples, the blues, and the greens are good enough. They do enough damage that you won't be suffering. For damage types, for Zane at least, I really enjoyed using cryo, radiation, and fire. Fire, because most of your enemies are of a flesh type, so it's extremely efficient and effective. Radiation, it's a good overall damage type. And frost, especially when you start to fight flying enemies, frost becomes so good. You can freeze them in the air, they drop out of the air, take a little bit of damage, and then you can finish them off, which is great. Bayonets on pistols is still fantastic in Borderlands. It really takes your melee from doing nothing to doing a little more than nothing, but still a notable improvement. When you start the game, you're only going to have 2 weapon slots available. As you continue to level, the other 2 will open up, and then your class mod slot, and then your then your relic slot. Again, stick to the main plot. Your progress will be faster. You'll open up these slots a little faster, and you might enjoy the game more. Class mods, I used the same approach I've used in all Borderlands games. Look for the class mod that had the most points attached to it. I was extremely lucky that I found one that gave me points and skills that I was already investing in. So that was lucky, but it's probably the one item I've had on this character the longest. The relics are generally going to adjust your elemental damage, which with Zane was a bit frustrating because I don't have, or the character doesn't have a particular proficiency with any damage type other than cryo. So all the fire relics and the corrosive relics are kind of useless because I've always got multiple damage types equipped. This relic dropped from one of the bosses. It's really good because it makes me even faster. Again, the faster I am, the less I get hit. More movement speed is great. This relic also enables you to shoot saws, which is cute. And the saws explode, which is pretty fun. So that's it for your first run. For items, don't stress it. Just keep leveling along the main plot. All these things will open up, and honestly, the gameplay will get a lot more fun the further you progress and the further you level. This crazy looking gun that you see me have equipped actually uses iridium as ammo. Iridium is that purple stone you get rewarded when you defeat certain enemies, when you find it scattered about the map, or when you complete challenges. You won't be able to interact with the iridium deposits until you progress the main plot about 50% of the way through. And then towards the end of the game, once you follow the main plot, you're going to get this crazy gun which shoots guns, which is kind of silly. It'll shoot 10 guns, 8 or 9 of which are normally greens, and 1 or 2 of which are normally blues. With regards to the iridium, I mean, for the most part on this playthrough, I would recommend you spend it on cosmetics that you like. Don't spend it on the weapons. On your first playthrough, you're going to go through weapons so quickly. It's just, it'll be a waste. The weapons are expensive. Instead, go to this guy, Crazy Girl, and pick out some cosmetics that you like and get them. And you'll probably get a lot more enduring enjoyment. Alright, so that's it. Those are my quick tips for Borderlands 3. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you find them useful. And, alright.